Hey guys, in the last video we have discussed about the basics of the capnogram and we have discussed different methods to measure this capnogram. Now today we will be discussing the capnogram waveforms. Okay, capnogram waveforms are broadly classified into two major types, that is time capnogram. Either it can be a time capnogram or volume capnogram. So most commonly used in the practice is your time capnogram. In time capnogram, what we are doing is, in x-axis we will be that is a time, that is inspiration, expiration, duration will be there, and y-axis there will be EtCO2 concentration will be there. Okay, EtCO2 concentration. So in time capnogram, initially just during the inspiratory phase, just see just the reading I am starting from 0 to 36 or 37 I am putting. Okay, from there I am just mentioning, I am just drawing the waveform and then explaining the individual phases. Okay, so this is this part is known as inspiration. Okay, this part is known as inspiration part, where the carbon dioxide concentration will be 0 or touching the baseline. Okay, and this phase is known as phase 1, where the carbon dioxide concentration will start to rise, which is actually the carbon dioxide contribution from the anatomical dead space. Anatomical dead space gases will come and increase in the breathing circuit during the expiratory phase. So the first initial phase 1 is contributed by your anatomical dead space gases, which is not involved in ventilation and it is mostly contain the carbon dioxide. So this part is contributing. The second phase of this is known as phase 2, which is majorly the dead space gases, which is contributed by the mixture of your anatomical dead space gases plus your physiological alveolar dead space gases, which are the physiological alveolar dead space gases. So followed by which the phase 3, and the phase 3 is the more steadiness and slopiness of the phase 3 is because of the alveolar gases. Alveolar, the gases which are actually exchanged for oxygen in the alveoli, because oxygen will diffuse from alveoli to the pulmonary blood. Carbon dioxide will diffuse as a metabolite. It is formed and released into the peripheral circulation, reaches the alveoli and it is diffused back. So this CO2 concentration in the phase 3 is contributed majorly by the alveolar gases, followed by which the carbon dioxide concentration all are actually gone out. So there is rapid decline in the carbon dioxide concentration, which is nothing but your phase 0 or inspiratory phase, where it is the patient next inspiration is going to start. Okay, and the next we have two angles between this different phases. Okay, between phase 2 and phase 3 there is an alpha angle, and between phase 3 and phase 0 there is a beta angle. Okay, so these are the major types of this capnogram. With individual type in capnogram I have mentioned. So phase 1 is by anatomical dead space gas, phase 2 is by mixture of anatomical dead space gas as well as from the physiological alveolar dead space gases, and phase 3 is most commonly by the alveolar gases, and phase 4 is phase 0 is by actually during the inspiratory phase the values will rapidly fall back to the 0. Okay, so this two angles between phase 2 and phase 3 is alpha angle, and phase 3 and phase 0 is the beta angle. Now we will be seeing the different capnogram abnormal waveforms. Suppose if the waveforms is actually, if the patient is having some bronchospasm, or the patient having COPD or bronchospasm or airway obstruction, endotracheal tube obstruction, partial endotracheal tube obstruction will be there. What will happen is actually your phase 1 will be normal and phase 2 will be normal, followed by which the phase 3, the slopiness of the phase 3 is increased. So, okay, this is looking like a sharp fin appearance, because here what happens, the alpha angle is increased and the slopiness of the phase 3 is increased, because the CO2 is actually going, because of this obstruction the CO2 is going very slowly, so that the slope of phase 3 is increased and the peak value, it is reaching the peak value is getting late compared to the normal waveforms. Okay, so this sharp appearance is seen in bronchospasm and airway obstruction. What are the findings is there will be increased alpha angle and increased slopiness of the phase 3. Okay, this is a characteristic finding. Second abnormal waveform is actually your esophageal intubation. What will happen in esophageal intubation? Suppose if you intubated in esophagus, during mask ventilation, some of the gases have reached the abdomen, so it will be producing, for exchange it will also produce carbon dioxide in the stomach. So this carbon dioxide concentration, or else if the patient has taken some carbonated drinks before itself, there will be initial increase in carbon dioxide concentration, followed by which subsequent breaths there will be decremental response and there will be complete absence of carbon dioxide at the end. So this is for the confirmation of the esophageal intubation. We will be seeing initial EtCO2 rise. That is because either because the patient during mask ventilation some of the gases will reach, or the patient has taken carbonated drinks before the clear liquids 2 hours before the surgery, something the patient has taken, means there will be initial increased production followed by which gradual decremental response will be seen. Okay, in esophageal intubation. Okay, another most important is, suppose if the patient is anesthetized and a patient is in deeper plane, and if the patient anesthesia, they try to come out, when the patient tried to come out, due to dysynchronous contraction between intercostal and diaphragm muscles, there will be decline. The carbon dioxide concentration during expiratory phase from the patient will be coming, and meanwhile the patient tries to take a breath, which will create negative pressure inside thoracic cavity, so air will get sucked in. So that time the carbon dioxide concentration will fall. Okay, followed by which when this air reaches the inspiration, the next breath air reaches, the remaining carbon dioxide will be washed out and it will be seen as a cleft like thing in the EtCO2 waveform. So this type of cleft like thing, when it is seen in the EtCO2, this is nothing but your curare cleft. So curare cleft, if it presents, means then we have to top up with your muscle relaxant, because the patient is coming out of anesthesia, because of this dysynchronous contraction of these muscles, there will be inadequate part of relaxation, muscle relaxation. So you have to supplement it either with vicuronium or trachyonium muscle relaxation. We have to supplement. Okay, in esophageal intubation, you suspect, what will you do? Just remove the tube and then mask ventilate and then re-intubate. If bronchospasm and airway obstruction, if there, you can give some salbutamol puff, or you can give, for relieving of bronchospasm, you can give IV steroids like short-acting hydrocortisone or long-acting dexamethasone have to be given. Okay, so next another these are 3 major things. Next another waveforms we will be seeing with. So suppose if there will be breathing circuit, you know that actually there will be breathing circuit. Yesterday I mentioned Y connector will be there, breathing circuit will be there, and it is connected to your patient in endotracheal tube. So in inspiration part, there will be inspiratory valve and expiratory valve will be present. Okay, suppose if the expiratory valve is faulty, suppose if there is faulty expiratory valve, or the CO2 absorbent which is taking out the soda lime is get exhausted. If it is get exhausted, what will happen is actually normally what will happen, the inspiration it will come to 0 and then it will go. So here what will happen is the EtCO2 actually doesn't come to 0. So it will be like upwards, elevated from the baseline levels. Okay, from the baseline level the VtCO2 will be elevated and the concentration of CO2 also will be very high. Okay, when you see EtCO2 waveform, the baseline part is elevated and the EtCO2 will be at a higher range, then you have to suspect the patient may be having either the CO2 absorbent is getting exhausted, or there may be faulty expiratory valve. Because of that, the gases is not going, it is again coming back into the, it is getting coming back to the inspiratory limb and it get added up to the next breath when the patient is taking. Okay, this is the faulty expiratory valve. And another thing is actually your cardiac oscillations. So if the patient taking regular baseline 0 is reached and your next breath EtCO2 waveform, then during the phase of your inspiration there will be seeing some cardiac oscillations. Okay, I'm not good in that pictures. Okay, I'm just drawing like that. These oscillations are actually more cardiac oscillation, which is more pronouncedly seen in pediatric patients. In pediatric patients, the cardiac oscillation is again because they will be requiring low tidal volume and high respiratory. So because of this low tidal volume and the infant thoracic and your transthoracic ratio is actually comparatively compared to the adult, it is less, so that your cardiac contractions will be transmitted to the lungs, which will be observed as a cardiac oscillations, cardiac oscillations. Okay, next type of waveform is if you have normal if you have faulty inspiratory valve, you have expiratory valve I have spoken about. Suppose if you have faulty inspiratory valve, what will happen is actually your expiratory part of initial phase 1 phase 2 will be normal, but during the phase 3 it will not come back readily to the baseline. It will be little slopey because the faulty inspiratory valve, the carbon dioxide concentration will be retained in the inspiratory limb, so that the time required for come to baseline will be increased and it will not come rapidly to the baseline. Okay, this increase in time is EtCO2 concentration is seen in your faulty inspiratory valve. Okay, inspiratory valve. So next condition is actually you will be having, suppose if the patient is actually, if there is leak in the sample line, suppose the leak in the sample line is there. Okay, sample port is actually what in which in side stream connector we will be having the sampling port. If there is some leak in that, what will happen is because of this ambient air communication, there will be initial suppose initial there will be decrease, it will not achieve the market point, there will be decrease in EtCO2 concentration, followed by which at the end there will be increase in CO2 concentration will be seen. So this type of graph is usually seen in the patient leaky sample. Okay, why is because because of the communication with the ambient air, some of the CO2 will escape, so the concentration will be less. But at the end of the phase 3, what happened, next inspiration is going to start. Because of this increased inspiratory airway pressures, the carbon dioxide is recirculated back again into and it causes a peak at the end of phase 3 before coming to the normal inspiration. So this kind of waveform is seen in the leak in the sample, but physiological elevation of fever at the end of the phase 3 is seen in patients with obese patient and pregnant women. That is normal physiological finding because of the reduced FRC, that reduced compliance, that everything. We'll be discussing it in the gynec part when we are discussing. Okay, so these major leak samples. So today we have discussed, I think, majority of thing. What are the different types I think. Another important one EtCO2 waveform I missed. Another is actually if the patient have single lung transplant. The patient is having single lung transplant, or the patient having severe kyphoscoliosis. So in this condition, what happened is actually there will be two lungs. One lung is normal and another lung is a diseased lung. Okay, so one lung, normal lung, initially contributes to the phase 3 first peak will be seen, followed by which your second peak will be seen because the carbon dioxide which is produced by the second diseased lung will be late, so that you will be seen that as a second peak. So dual peak which is seen in which condition is actually dual peak in CO2 in phase 3 is seen in single lung transplant or severe kyphoscoliosis. Okay, these are the two conditions you can see. So I think I have discussed most of the important, I think, form of this. Another short things like your hyperventilation, you will be seeing your low CO2 hyperventilation patients, the carbon dioxide concentration will be very less, and your hypoventilation patient, the carbon dioxide concentration will be very high. And in conditions like malignant hyperthermia, there is rapid profound increase is usually seen in your malignant hyperthermia patients, 50-45 like that. Rapid profound increase is usually seen in that malignant hyperthermia patients. And another, your suppose if the patient is having, just think, the patient is having normal EtCO2 waveform initially, and followed by which there is sudden drop in the EtCO2 concentration. Sudden drop in EtCO2 concentration, what will you suspect means either the patient they have venous air embolism or pulmonary thromboembolism, anything means the pulmonary blood flow is reduced, so your carbon dioxide concentration will build up inside the body, but where EtCO2 concentration will fall because there is no blood flow. Because of no blood flow, there is absence of gas exchange at the alveolar level, so that there will be complete absence of there will be decrease in the EtCO2 in the sudden manner. Suppose if there is initial EtCO2 is coming and sudden absence of this EtCO2 means there may be some cardiac arrest. If the patient has went into cardiac arrest, there is sudden loss of your EtCO2 waveform will be there and absence of waveform. Sometimes the tube is get disconnected or disconnected also, you will be seeing this type of sudden stoppage of your waveform. So you have to correlate with the clinical findings and over there, okay, clinical findings, how the patient is presenting with that. Okay, I think today I discussed most of the different forms of the EtCO2 waveforms. So if you have any doubt regarding that, you can ask me. And another one type is your trend capnogram is there, so that is this video is already too much big, so I don't want to discuss that. Hey guys, if you like this video, just put a thumbs up button and subscribe my channel, so that it will motivate me for doing further more videos. Okay guys, thank you guys.